Hey y'all, what up though? What up though? Happy Saturday, teacups. Get in here, get in here, get in here. What's tea? No, we're not wearing no glasses today. We're not doing that today. So if you guys are going to be leaving comments or whatnot, hopefully I can read them um, or whatever. So today, I've been looking forward to this episode, as I do all of my live episodes. And backing up just a little bit, thank y'all for tapping in to my live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. Today, we have none other than the creative herself, Miss Comfy Stennis. So hold up. I'm going to grab her really quick, but I will actually do so when people start falling in line. Get in here, get in here, get in here. So we can go ahead and get this tea started, get this creative tea going on. All right. So we getting ready to go ahead and grab Miss Stennis, the boss of creativity. So hold up. Actually, we gonna go ahead. I hope y'all as excited as I am, because I'm excited. Honey, I'm definitely excited. What's going
Hiya.
on?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh, I left my tea.
Uh oh. You
I
can't
got some
have tea
water.
without tea.
Okay, I got some water. That'll work for now, but I do got a cup of tea. I may be a cup of tea.
Okay, I like it. Well, what's going on, Miss Boss Lady herself?
uh I gotta work today,
Okay.
but I'm preparing for 18th and Vine Arts Festival.
Okay.
We're working with 7 ladies, and it'll be me, Styles by Nails, and Style by Goldie
Okay.
that'll be working on this show together. So I'm excited about that. I get a little anxiety right before shows, but that's normal. Super normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you do a lot. You
Thank
give a
you.
lot, so I could understand why you get a little bit of nervousness. I love this lime
Okay.
green. I love it.
Thank you.
All right. So, as I was telling everybody, all the teacups out there in tea land, we have the founder of the Creatives, the Creatives KC, and the Klout Company. She is also one of the biggest major keys for Curves and Confidence LLC. Miss Comfy Stennis, show her some love. Please put respect on her name, because she's out here. Little do y'all know, or maybe y'all already know. So the
It's giving
creatives
time.
so the creatives consist of writers, locticians, and makeup artists, right?
Yeah, so right now I'm the main stylist, but I do have a few interns. I've had 5 interns
Uh-huh.
that have helped me with workflow, organization, communication with clients, things like that. Right now, I have Tanavia Lewis, Zanaya Roche, and Zalia Jennings. They are my 3, and they specialize in something that I specialize in,
Hmm.
so that they can get the ropes. Because I started at an early age, so usually I take on interns that start around the same age as me, so
Uh-huh.
that they can be better prepared. Because I'm about to be 35. I've been doing hair for 15 years plus on and off. But now that it's full time, I want to be able to share the information that I've
Okay.
learned with the generation that's coming up next. So it's been a total of 5. Honorable mentions is Tyree Nasir. He does styling and knows how to do locks and coloring. He's in Columbia, Missouri, but he comes back and forth. He'll be here for Curves and Confidence. Oh, we doing Curves and Confidence together.
We
I
sure
got that
are. I cannot
notification. I was
wait,
like,
baby.
oh, yay.
I can't wait to be the female host this year.
I
And
love it.
honey, I'm so excited to get around everybody and really just show love and bang it out, really.
It's going to be great. I feel like each year our processes improve every year consistently. So I think we had it was sold out. It was close to 200 people last year. So
Really?
this year we're looking for, we found a bigger venue so it can hold at least I think the capacity was like 250 or something like that.
That's what's
But yeah,
up.
hopefully we can go to the next level on the Curse and Confidence fashion show. As far as it getting bigger and better every year.
Okay. Well, I definitely think so. What you guys are doing is amazing. I feel like it's so much creativity that's in lieu of it, and everybody's brown.
Hmm.
It's a lot of
It is.
chocolatey people
Well,
out
it
there.
is. It is a lot around. Yeah. Surprisingly, this year, because we had, this is the um 11th annual, but there have been more than 11 shows because the founders, Rock Green and Shantae Taylor, they used to do point five shows. So we would go to different cities and do point five
Uh
shows.
huh.
So the 11.5 or the 10.5 show will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, October 13th.
Okay.
Um, and then last year we did St. Louis. Was that last year? I don't know. The years be running into each other
Y'all
for
just
me.
moving and grooving, really.
Listen, we
So
did
you
St.
can't keep
Louis.
up.
Yes, the last point five show. So this will be the 11th, and it is getting bigger. We do have some mostly minorities, but we do have a couple of different nationalities that will be joining us. And I was like, okay, okay. It was
We
like
love to see
six.
them, the
It was like
diversity.
six that showed up. I was like,
Right.
okay, what's up? You want to walk for us?
Exactly. Well, I love the
um,
diversity. Keep the doors open for
yeah.
everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we had to because originally Rock and Trey made it a plus size
Mm,
only fashion show,
mm.
and I've been a plus size all my life.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm alumni.
Okay.
So when we
Season.
started
We in here.
collaborating, it was just for
Okay.
us because that's who I wanted to. People always compliment how I dress and things like that. And I'm like, you can do this too. It ain't that hard. You just need to
Right.
be around the right atmosphere. So it started as just plus size, then we slim, thick, BBW, then we added men, big and tall, or big and short. That happens too. um, and then now we have different nationalities coming out. We had a couple Hispanic people, a couple white people came out, and I was like, oh, yeah,
Right.
so that's exciting that we are reaching different groups of people so that it can be more widespread.
For
Yeah.
sure. So that was really one of the biggest reasons why I was like, you know what, I gotta grab her because the confidence is outrageous. I definitely am one of the people that love your style of dress. I said,
Thank
listen,
you.
if anybody gonna shut it down, Comfy gonna shut it down.
Thank you. And
And
listen, I will repeat and remix some shit. I do not care about none of
okay,
that.
right. I said
But
she
yeah,
looks good all the time.
you can look great and not spend a lot of money.
Hmm.
Eventually when I can pull back from doing hair, I would like to work in that realm a little bit more, but they ain't gonna let me stop. So
Right. Well, I mean,
maybe
you're great at everything, so
in
it's
the
kind of
future.
hard to let you
Do one
venture off into other
thing.
stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's the best part about it is
Yeah.
because you are so dope in everything that you touch. So I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's so
I
yeah,
appreciate that.
of course. So
Now
how
it
did?
has been some things I touched that I probably shouldn't have been touching, and I stopped touching
But it's
it.
all about taking that leap
But
just to see. You know what I'm saying?
everything else, I am definitely grateful for the gifts that God gave me and the things that I learned along the way. Because sometimes you do have to get like mentorships in
Yeah,
areas that you want to be better at.
yeah,
So that's important too.
yeah. I definitely agree with that. Mentorship is not a bad way to go, especially for a lot of times it takes a village,
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say, and it's
Hmm.
okay. You know what I'm saying? To
To
say
ask for
I'm dope
help.
at what I do, but I need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody's willing to lend a hand, take it.
Hmm.
It's to help, not hurt. So
Yeah.
never be too big for that because they're just here for enhancement.
Yep.
So how did
And
the
they may have
creatives
been
come
sent
about?
to you by God.
Okay, that's what
Alignment.
I was thinking to myself. I was like, yeah.
Yep.
So when we talk about the creatives, how did that come about?
Uh, so I've been doing hair for 15 plus now. I started when I was like 16,
Okay.
15, 16, somewhere up in there. I went to cosmetology school when I was 17, but I did not graduate.
Well,
So
congratulations on the graduation
thank
because I
you.
saw that. I was gonna wait, but
I was
since you
like, let
brought
me
it
get
up,
this done before
since
I
you
turn
brought it up,
35.
yes, for sure.
So I just recently went back to finish. I had 13. You're supposed to have 15.
Uh-huh.
So I had to start over at 1,000. So I had to do 500 with them.
Okay.
So I graduated in June, and I take my test next month. My goal is to help young ladies become cosmetologists through apprenticeship. I'm only able to do one, so the first young lady that will get their uh, cosmetology education and license with me will be Zalia Jennings, which is my little cousin sister protege.
Okay.
Hey Zai. Her brand is called Bliss by Zai. So she'll be the first one to get her cosmetology license. Tanavia will, I think she's going to go to cosmetology
Yeah.
school, but she'll still be able to work with me so she can get that hands on training that you read about in the book, but you don't get to see it. Being
Okay.
that we are all different kind of styles of learners, for me, I need to read the shit and I need
Right.
to see the shit. And I
For
need to do the
sure.
shit. So that'll help. That'll set them up to be better because they're a little bit older. And then Zanaya, she's only 16. Oh, hey, cousin. She's 16, going on 17. So she has a little bit more time. She'll be next to get her cosmetology license with me. Well, not
Okay.
with me, the
Yeah.
education with me. But yeah, eventually, I don't know where I want to go with it, but I do want to at least have a few people that I can help out.
Yeah.
Um, and then later get a brick and mortar to have a full
That's
service, one
dope.
stop shop, beauty, fashion related space.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's coming, but I know it's coming.
Okay. That's the same thing I said about my tea shop. I said I'm
Yeah.
gonna open me a black owned tea shop. So please
Okay.
catch that
And
for
then it's
sure.
like when you get ideas for stuff, you gotta share. So if you want a tea shop, tea, coffee, rooms to hold podcasts, rooms to take pictures,
Yes.
event space, like it could be a whole thing
That's what I
within
was
within
thinking.
communication, like
Yep.
surrounding tea and podcasts. So I think that would
Absolutely.
be dope. I definitely think that
Absolutely.
would be dope.
So for those that follow my other page, Teash's Tea Shop,
Hmm.
that was originally where all of my lives were gonna be. Cause it's the tea shop. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and keep that name rolling under
Hmm.
my brand for my actual tea shop. Like you said, I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming.
Yeah.
I wanted to focus more on out of state, but then I was like, you know what? Start at home, have your flagship and then branch
Branch
out, do
out.
whatever you want to do. But again, like you said, it takes good mentorship, it takes a village, it takes positivity, and those that ride for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely about that though.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel
so
every brand needs some good brand ambassadors to help represent their
hey,
brand. Hey G.
T.
I was about to say your whole Lord have mercy, my bad.
Okay, girl, you have to be careful with her. I'm like, let me
Hey
see what she's saying. Girl,
friend.
it's a mess. I love it. So just to put this out here, you are an all around girl. I love. It's so
Yeah.
many things I love about you. Your confidence, your stride, the way you look out for others, the way you are building a fence for everybody after you, and you're also still working with people that came before you. The love that you have for what you do is unmatched. So
Thank
um,
you.
the modeling, the slaying the locks, and confidently, that's the biggest thing about it. Because if you don't have confidence, you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
For real.
I agree, especially with like offering any kind of beauty service or any kind of service, any
Yeah.
product you offer.
Yeah.
When people ask you questions about the product or the service that you offer, if you sound like you not fucking sure, they not
They
gonna be
ain't gonna
fucking
be
sure.
sure,
My bad.
right?
I mean,
Mhm.
I don't speak no other languages except curse, so
Right. Me too. I try not to. I
I'm
said, you know
sorry.
what? You don't want to be doing too much, so just
Yeah,
try to
but if
keep
you
tension
are
around.
sure of whatever you offering, t-shirt, hair oil, a massage, nails, any kind of service or
Yep.
product, if you're not confident, nobody else will be confident. So that's number one.
Yep.
Um, and then you gotta make sure you know what you're talking about, the education
Right.
side. If you don't know what blend the shirt is, and you don't know that it's cotton and polyester,
Right.
how are you supposed to help somebody that's allergic to polyester? So it's
Absolutely.
just different parts of being educated in whatever brand or product or service you offer.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
it take a while. I didn't get like this overnight. I've had trial and error myself.
Yeah.
So I just want other people to be better and make sure, and for them to make sure they run my name in them credits when it's
Okay.
time. Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it's
Who
about.
helps you?
Right.
That's all I care about.
Exactly. So the creatives, they on scene for the culture, all kinds of greatness under the roof,
Thank you.
under one roof, basically. Now, like I said, for anybody that don't know, they can get all their beauty needs met under one roof with you guys. You guys do everything. If you need your makeup done real quick for just a quick outing, or if you have an event or whatnot, tap in. Anybody that are starter locks,
Mm-hmm.
season locks,
Yep.
tap in because they out here and they here for you to make you look
Yeah.
amazing. I don't have nothing to lock, but hey, you get the vibe.
I mean, ain't
Um,
nothing wrong with a shortcut. When I'm almost 10 years in, I said I'm gonna cut mine so I can give me a little pixie cut and
really,
some finger
I be
waves and some pin curls
okay.
and some feet in braids.
Yeah, right. Do it
All the
all.
styles I ain't been able to have for the last 8 years.
Do it all. Hey, you
Yeah, it's
can.
just hair. It'll
You
come
can.
back. If it don't,
Okay.
there are other options.
Right. And hey, a lot of people put on what you call a hat all the time. So
Right.
you could be a different person every day. So
Yeah.
whatever.
A hair hat.
So, so the Klout Company has dope hats, tees, bags, and jackets. I was looking for me some stuff. I said, you know what? I'm not really a cap girl, but I could be. And the colors that you guys have are so versatile. And I think I
Thank
would
you.
look good without shades. But this lime
Because
green
we
that's
do.
going on, I love it.
Thank you.
And I need some different glasses. I checked you out. And I'm a big connoisseur of glasses because I'm a semi bifocal. I still have my glasses on right now,
When you
but
first got on here and you said I ain't gonna be able to see the comments because I got my glasses on, I was like, well, I'm wearing my
yeah,
glasses today because I need to be
yeah.
able to see. Because
I mean, I got them next
yeah,
to me, but
yeah,
sometimes you want to see your shit.
yeah,
So, I
yeah.
just, but yeah, you guys definitely come through with your merchandise, and I'm living for it all.
Thank
So,
you.
what's the
It's been a while.
inspiration? Huh?
Uh, the inspiration behind Klout Company.
What's the inspiration behind such an incredible movement? That could be the Cloud Company, just everything that you're doing. What's the inspiration behind it?
For me, it's beauty and fashion.
Uh huh.
Um, I have always had a niche for beauty and fashion, and that comes from like going shopping all the time with my mom and my grandma, and it's their
Uh huh.
fault. I don't
Yeah.
got no problem like shopping in current day, but I have
Right.
had a problem shopping. Sometimes you don't need to do it as often.
Right. Retail
uh,
therapy. That's okay.
it is retail therapy, but you got to make sure you're not financially unstable in yourself too.
Yeah, because that last $10 could go on a good old tea, and you like, damn, I
Okay,
needed that
you
for
could put that
gas.
gas in that money in your tank. You do not need that outfit. You already got
Right.
something in that color. But so beauty came first, and then I used to do hair shows and fashion shows. Well, not hair shows. I used to do fashion shows with different brands.
Hmm.
Um, Kyrie Ellison is one of them. The owner is Esmeralda Lowe. I started when I started doing makeup in college. I would reach out to different designers to see if they needed somebody to do
Okay.
makeup for their sets or events. Um, so that's where the makeup part started. Hair was already there, so the makeup part started in my
Hmm.
20s, and then after that, people compliment your clothing and ask you to help them with styling. So I'm like, before I didn't know that I was helping people solve a problem,
Right.
and I didn't know that in order for you to have a business, you need to be solving a problem for somebody. Um, but I was solving problems. So Klout Company came about as a representation of we are the power to influence good vibes in our community through words. So we used to make hats that had the the breakdown of the words.
Hmm.
So we started with hats, then we moved into t-shirts and hoodies, handmade crowns and things like that.
I love that.
Um, and it just branched out. So once we started doing Curves and Confidence with Rock and Trey, probably like their fifth
Uh huh.
show, I think fourth or fifth, I don't know. Like I said, the years be running together. Okay,
Okay.
we started doing fashion shows with them, and we saw that they needed a need for organization.
Yeah.
I I've been an auntie since I was 6. I'm the
Okay.
oldest of my mama's kids. I'm a scholar.
Okay.
I know how to tell people what to do and when to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have this attention to detail that's kind of crazy sometimes. And it ain't like, I don't think I got OCD. but I got OC.
Right.
Okay,
At
so
least part of it. I get it. I get
uh,
it.
the attention to detail has helped build the Curves and Confidence brand so that it has more visibility in the community. Um, so that's where the coordination part of Klout Company came from. So I feel like every few years I add something that can help solve a problem in a certain group of the
Yeah.
community, whether it be in beauty and fashion. So they came in different times. It was probably uh, something that had been on my heart before, but I
Mhm.
just didn't have the time to do it all. So when Klout Company came, I originally was talking to one of my coworkers about it, like,
Mhm.
oh, we should do this collab, da 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 da. And her energy wasn't the same as
Yeah.
mine as far as focus on it. So I brought my best friend in, Ardania Lachey Johnson, so that we can collab together. Because even though I'm the creative and I have the attention to detail, I don't be as organized in the back.
Okay.
So Ardania Lachey helps with that part. As far as running the show day of, helping people get in line where they need to be in line, um, communicating, things like that. So we work
Yeah.
well on that together. But yeah, every few years I pick up something worth knowing so that I can always have something to fall on
Yeah.
to. Because I'm full time artist. I don't work for anyone else. Well, I have a part time job. Let me stop lying. I got a part time job, but other than
Yeah, I
that,
get
I work for
it. I
myself.
get it. And I think that's the ticket nowadays, just trying to work for yourself,
Yeah,
implement your passion and really make it a lifestyle.
yeah.
Because that's kind of the struggle that I'm going through. Like, I've been in the healthcare industry for a long time and a medical biller for a private practice. I am at the pivotal point where I want to say, you know what I'm doing now, I could do this full time.
Mhm.
What year would I really be able to be successful? You never know what God is going to do. So I can't say next year won't be the year. I can't say the year after. I can't say right now won't be it. But it's whatever God instructs you to do, and you just, you do it.
Okay.
So without thinking about it, what does clout mean to you?
Uh, Influence. So our slogan is the power to influence good
I
vibes. Um,
love it.
so instead of gatekeeping or withholding
Yeah,
information, you want to influence somebody in the way that they want to go versus holding the information back.
I love
So
it.
influence. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And I like that you highlighted that because a lot of people don't want to help. I feel like a lot of people that are in the same industry may not even be in the same industry. They don't want to lend a hand. They don't want to see others thrive in abundance. And I feel like we struggle enough as a culture. So if you have the tools to help somebody do whatever they're trying to do, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Um,
feel like other cultures, they definitely are community and communicate. I think the thing in the black culture is that we don't know how to communicate
yeah,
sometimes. Um, I don't want to go back to slavery, but slavery was after the shortly after slavery was me and my family, not you and your
yeah,
family. Me and my family over you and your
yeah,
family. Me myself over them. So some people still
hmm,
have that crab in a barrel mentality as far as they don't want to see nobody get up if they ain't up. They don't
yeah,
want to help nobody get up because they ain't up.
which is
Things like that.
crazy.
But I think uh with age and learning different shit and seeing different shit, you
Yeah,
learn to discern who's really of the same kind of movement or wave that you own and who is possibly not, just for the betterment of
yeah,
themselves. And I understand wanting yourself to be better, but you got to pour into people as they pour into you so that y'all can all be replenished
yeah,
versus you just taking and taking and taking. Like, no, I'm not doing
exactly.
that. But yeah, so I can understand why some people are in favor of themselves. Oh, hey,
Hey,
Remy, what's popping? Remy is one of the models for the Curves and Confidence fashion show. He's also a rapper as
cool.
well. I can check him out next. Um, but yeah, so having that mentality can hold people back from being better. And then honestly, a lot of us have been burnt by our own people, so it's hard
Yeah,
to want to lend a hand to people. But again, that's having discernment for Are they on bullshit or are they
Right.
on their shit? And I
Absolutely.
would rather be with people that are on their shit versus people that be on bullshit. Because
And the crazy thing
I don't
is,
want to go to jail.
I've learned early. I said, you know what? You gotta, to a degree. I mean, that's neither here nor there where I was going with it, but I just feel like, you got to be careful out here, and it's
You
really
definitely have to be
unfortunate.
careful. I agree.
It's unfortunate. Like somebody had put a post about make sure your contracts are in place, make sure that that open line of communication is in place, because if not, when it come down to business, somebody ain't gonna get something, and somebody gonna be mad. And the first thing when you have a disagreement with somebody, where they go, they attack your business.
Yeah.
They try to come for your neck in a big way.
Yeah.
So make sure that you
People
got
love to
this
run to
in
social media and blast somebody when they ain't
girl.
responding to the communication
I
or ain't made a
hate
phone
that. I
call.
see it all the time.
Text messages are the worst way to misconstrue some shit.
Yep.
If you have an issue, you need to call that person. Same way you call Spire Evergy
Yeah.
and Casey Water, you need
Yeah.
to be able to contact the person versus just going straight to social
Yeah.
media to express your disgruntledness. You can express that you fucking disgruntled with this individual
Right.
versus typing what's they call it? Twitter fingering somebody
Right.
on social media. You just ruin their whole fucking reputation. And this be our bread and butter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So now you've taken it a notch further, and now I'm not making no money. So now we got a real problem. And I just feel like too many of us do that, where if you have an issue, that's the first place you go at social media. You could have hollered at me off camera. You could have cut the tape. You know what I'm saying? But
now,
a lot of people
it
want
is
to do that.
communication on both sides.
Yeah.
So if you contacted this person, you text this person, and they have not responded, that person needs to communicate on their end too. It
Yeah.
ain't just agree, Remy. It is no tone in text messages. So you got to be able to have a conversation
Yeah.
versus texting somebody when you mad or disgruntled.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, Intertwine Hair Show recently popped off. I believe it was June 30th of this
Yeah.
year. And
Yeah.
so, what was the vibe? I'm sure it was super lit. One, because you were there. And like I said, your surroundings. I want to say it's almost like you are a product of your environment. So, everything that you do is based around, those that are rocking with you. So, what was that like?
Yeah. Braids by Jen. Hey boo. She is awesome. Her braids is so fire. I've been braiding for a long time, and her braids is so fire. So when she said that she was doing a hair show, I was like, oh yeah, because I've never done a hair show. That
Okay.
was my first hair show. I've done fashion shows. I've incorporated hairstyles into the fashion shows because I do think that you got to create space wherever you at. So
Yep.
if I'm here to do a poetry show for a segment, I'm gonna include fashion or I'm gonna include the creative's work so that you can get the crossover
Yeah.
of both brands. But Braids by Jen, she pulled together 10 different hairstylists from the city on the Kansas and the Missouri side, and we all had our segments. I chose flowers. And denim for our segment because it's for me. I think I've been growing in my 6 years of entrepreneurship, but I haven't flourished. I
Okay.
think this is the year of flourish, or next year is the year of flourish. I'm not sure, um, but it was good to be in a space of like-minded creatives that do hair, that do fashion, and it was nice. It was really nice. I still got photos of that I need to release. But that hair show set me up to be prepared for 18th and Vine's Arts Festival hair show. I've
Okay.
worked with Quez a few times in the past. I love him.
I can't wait
Uh,
to get with him at 2 o'clock, honey, because
I'll be back. I'll be
y'all
in here
out
soon.
here,
Well, I'll tell
y'all
you.
out here,
I got
and I
you.
said, you know what, I got to be down with the team
Yeah,
because, like I said, when you see us chocolatey people moving in a way where it's just eloquently, and
yeah.
I can't stress enough how proud of both of you I am.
Thank you.
And, just seeing you guys strive every day and you have this way about you where a lot of people gravitate toward that. And it's just key for the culture,
Yeah.
really. So that's what's up. So what do you like about being a woman?
Uh, I like being feminine
Okay.
because it has its power.
Yeah.
Um, in my, I think in my 20s, I was a little bit uncomfortable with my femininity because I got all brothers, and
Yeah.
sometimes I can be, I can be like them.
Right.
So I do have sisters too, but I got four brothers.
Okay.
Um, so for me, it wasn't as far as like being flowy and not caring about what people think. I was flowy, but I wasn't as flowy as I could be.
Right.
Now I don't give a damn.
Right.
I don't care how nobody feel.
Right.
If I want you to be inspired versus offended, how I present
I
myself.
like
Uh,
that.
but I don't care about um, outward
Yeah.
opinions. I care about my core people opinions.
Yeah.
That's about it. So being feminine, using your femininity to your advantage to be a
Hmm.
lady. As far as, cause sometimes ladies, we be too hard, and I understand why. Cause we gotta be that way to protect ourselves
Right.
sometimes. But
And that's what I try to
sometimes,
tell people.
yeah,
That's what I try to
sometimes
tell
you
people.
can't be that hard. You gotta be soft. You gotta be delicate. You gotta be able to let
Yeah.
somebody else lead you in moment. And it don't even gotta be a suitor. It could just be a friend,
Yeah.
and they are courteous and remember that you're a lady. Let them quit acting like a hood nigga all the
Right.
time. Even though
That's
you can
for
be
real.
that, because I can be that too. But
Right.
you just gotta be confident in your femininity so that other people will know how to treat you. Um,
Absolutely.
so that's a good tidbit that I've learned in the last 10 years as far as let the chips fall where they may and
Basically.
present yourself a certain way.
Absolutely. And I can honestly say, being now turning 42, I think I stopped giving a damn at 40, but I still wanted to present myself in a certain light,
Okay.
especially when you're doing business. I said,
Yes.
you gotta, I'm Teash, but you don't have to be Teash
Yeah.
everywhere you go. Sometimes you do have to take on a different persona just to not really fit in, but just to the word that I'm thinking of, just for you
Create
to
boundaries.
basically,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Because
So
even with being a woman, sometimes people don't want to, like when I have meetings with different groups of people and they look at whoever the guy is with me
yeah,
versus talking to me about some
yeah,
things, that can't happen like that because I'm the person I'm not in charge, but we a team. So you need to
yeah,
address the whole team, not just
yeah,
whoever the man is or whoever the person is that you think is in charge. But yeah, it's hard, and then sometimes doing business with men, they will try to flirt with you just to see what you're gonna
yeah,
do. Like, no, just nip it in the
yeah.
bud so this can be over with. I got a man at home. I
Okay.
don't, but
Just practice it.
if
Yeah,
I
I get it.
can get out my face,
Right.
and I don't, still get out my face.
Right.
But back to the business at
Hmm.
hand. Let's do what we came here to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes time to be uh assertive, but you got to know what you want to be assertive.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with that
but
100%.
sometimes they assume our assertiveness is aggression.
I think that's just misunderstanding a woman, period. But like you said, and I always try to tell people, if you do come off hard, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a protective
It
shield
is.
because people like to play with us.
Yeah, yeah, very
And
much so.
you can't bring that over
Yeah.
here, but let's just keep it straight line, that way nobody gets hurt. But yeah, I mean, you have to set boundaries early on. Let's set it early on.
I,
So
I
yeah.
agree.
So what's next for Comfy? I'm excited to know
Uh,
this.
uh, what's next? I got 18th Divine Arts Festival coming up. That's September 29th. Uh, in October, I'll be taking my state board test uh, for my CA license. And then November is the 11th annual Curves of Confidence fashion show at
I'm trying to
Arts
figure
and
out what I'm gonna
Community.
wear now. I'm
I ain't
trying
even
to
got
figure
that
that
far.
out.
I'm still trying to decide my September outfit. So That's next. Like
Okay.
by October, I'll start thinking about. And then also, I had a few goals this year. Uh, to I finished school, so now that I'm done with school, I
Hmm.
can get back to my fitness goals. So hopefully I can buy a size down
Okay.
by end of
You'll get
October.
there. You be
Shit.
working. You know,
Thank you.
I looked at the
Thank
videos.
you.
I said, now she ain't
Yeah.
playing. That's
It
that
is
consistency.
definitely I feel good, and I think that's my thing too.
Well, hey,
I always
that's what it's about,
felt
feeling
good
good.
about
Yeah.
myself, but I, you know what body dysmorphia is? Where people think that they look a certain way, but they don't, or
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
feel bigger than what they actually are. I got the one that I think I look a certain size, but I ain't. So I always been confident in my
That's
head.
called
But when my
manifestation.
doctor started talking about medication and things like that, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, oh
Yeah.
no. So I'm on a fitness journey. That's one of my last goals for this year. Then
Okay.
I turned 35 in November, so preparing myself for that.
Of course,
So
of course. That's gonna be a
yeah,
good time though. Anytime you live to see another birthday, it's always a good time. And I have no
definitely.
doubt that you ain't gonna get to where you need to go. Because you've been
Yes,
working
I'm
hard.
excited.
Yeah, well you should be. So what are some fun facts about Comfy that you can just spit out without having to think about it? Or like I always tell people when I come to this question, what are some fun facts that people think they know, but they don't really know about you?
My cousin, one of my favorite cousins, my goddaughter mama, and like my close people, they be saying I'm mean.
But fun fact, she ain't y'all.
Fun fact, I probably am.
I try to help out. I was gonna say very
I
approachable.
probably am. It's just uh I don't, cause being a pushover is easy. Telling
Hmm.
people no is
Yeah,
hard, and then people can develop their own opinion based off of how many times you done told them no,
yeah.
or how you done told them some things. So, am I assertive? Yes. Am I
Hmm.
mean? No, not all the time. Probably like a week
Right.
out the month, but that's it.
Okay.
Uh, but I think I'm stern. People
Yeah.
think I'm just light and friendly, and I am, especially when it comes to business. But I
Yeah.
can be. I ain't here to play with, like you said. I don't be here to play with people
Right.
either.
I'm getting
Um,
Scorpio vibes. Is that what's happening
yeah,
here?
that's what that is. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
November 7th, very own.
Okay. Because my
That's
youngest
what it
son, I
is.
only have two, but my youngest son, he's a Scorpio. And when I say
Aw,
as sweet as a piece of candy on the inside, but you wouldn't know it because it's like the Mr. Don't
yeah.
Play face. But he's sweet on me, obviously, and he's
Your
the
core
baby.
people, you gonna automatically be sweet
Yeah,
on. The people that you really love, you're gonna be sweet on.
yeah.
Sometimes, do I have to censor myself on how I talk to the people that I love? Yes,
Me too. I'm like, damn,
because
I
it's for
talk
their
how I talk.
protection.
Y'all know what it is.
I don't want y'all to be
Exactly,
mad at me.
exactly.
But yeah, definitely that. And then I've been doing poetry since I was 12 or 13.
See, your hands is in everything.
But yeah, that
Amazing.
poetry was first before anything. I
Yeah.
started writing it like I started writing with G. Me and G started writing around the same time. One of our educators had us writing in language arts class. So I did that first. Then hair came about. So if sometimes do I be rhyming and not mean to? Yes,
Right.
yes. It's because I'm a artist at heart. So
Yeah.
that'll be my fun fact.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. Well, I know that you are hella busy today, and thank you so much for popping in and taking the time for me. Cannot wait to see you November 3rd. We will be
I feel like,
doing the
did you get your event rescheduled?
You know what? I have not. We are trying to figure it out now. But I actually looked into a spot that G was telling me about, and I didn't even realize I had been following this page for a minute. Coco Spaces.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
thinking about doing something there and like really, really making it nice because
okay,
this event was going to be amazing.
yeah.
But we're gonna do it next year for
Well,
sure.
hopefully I'll see you before
I
November. Uh,
know, huh?
now that I'm done with school, I've been outside just a little
Okay.
bit. So yeah,
I need to pop out like popcorn, like.
and that's what it
But
be
yeah,
because I pop out for like an hour and a half, and I be like, all right,
you be
y'all, I'm
like
about to go home.
social battery
Love
done.
y'all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I've gotten to that point, even being a Leo. Like the older I get, my social battery really ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, you
Unless I'm around, I tell people I'm an extroverted introvert. I have to be around people that I'm not matching on energy. I'm 42. I like to
yeah.
be around people
And
that I
you don't
get.
look 42.
Thank
Give
you.
us something to look forward to, ma'am. Okay?
This little bit of hair that I
You
don't
look
have.
good.
I'm so tired. We gonna kill it. We gonna kill it. I cannot wait to see all of y'all seriously hosting this thing for the Curves and Confidence fashion show, baby. It's gonna be a scene. It's gonna be a movie, obviously.
uh I want to invite you to probably one of the last rehearsals so you can get a feel
Okay.
for the kind of vibe that we're going for. I'm gonna have Rock reach out to Ray too, just so y'all can meet
Yeah,
a couple of the. I'm pretty sure y'all know some of the models
I might.
and some of the artists that will be performing. But yeah, I would love for y'all to come out and fellowship a little bit with us before the actual show,
Yeah.
so that everybody can be familiar with each other.
For sure, I would love to. You know me. Yeah, I definitely love that. So make sure that you do.
Yes, ma'am.
For everybody that are tuned in, may have to watch this live tea talk later or whatever. Make sure that you guys lock in with Comfy because she's on the scene. Everything she's doing is so major for the city and outside the city. So make sure y'all tap in. You can let them know where to follow you, where you setting up, whatever you're doing. I'm sure they know, but still give them tea on that.
Our website is www.thecreatives.com. On that page, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it has the icons for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, um, and our link tree. Well, you'll be able to follow me, my assistants, and my partner, Ardania Lachey. What else we got on there? We got the ticket link for Curves and Confidence, and then a couple of articles that I just did. Uh, my personal Instagram is at YoFaveCreative. Uh, Business Instagrams are the Creatives KC and at Klout Company with the K because whoop and
I don't know why I like that, but I do. That tickle
cause
me.
they were trying to spell my cloud with a C and it ain't that. Not
Right,
per my family's affiliations.
right,
We spell it with a K.
right. Okay, well
But
that's
that's
what's
about
up.
it.
Definitely. Well, honey, I know that y'all gonna bang it out. Like I said, everything that you've been doing has really, really been an inspiration for a lot of the girls. And just keep striving for
Thank you.
excellence. Anybody that wants to make any purchases for the Cloud Company, go and check them out because they got some dope caps and whatnot. And like I said, this lime green, I can't take my eyes off of it. I need to go ahead and
I
get
didn't
down.
realize that it matched my glasses so
Yeah.
perfectly.
And I need me, you know what? That'd be really dope if you came out with eyewear, like a line of eyewear. Because for me, I need multiple designs in semi bifocal form because I really can't see y'all. So
I I got a lot of
yeah,
ideas, but then sometimes I suppress myself so that I don't step on toes. But
right.
it's in my notebook.
Okay.
It's
Well, I
definitely
definitely got
already
some
in my
things.
notebook. Not necessarily prescriptions, just
Oh,
sunglasses. Because
okay.
these are prescriptions. I can't see
Thank you,
sometimes.
though.
Thank
Yeah, I'm
you.
gonna have to go ahead and give me some frames and put some good old lenses in there so I can see, because
Um,
baby, I can't.
where these come from?
Whatever.
Zelo.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
you know I've done them. I want to check out Warby Parker though. Have you ever got anything from them?
What's the name of it?
Warby Parker.
I haven't heard of that one.
Okay, I'm gonna check them out. I don't think that they're too pricey, but they do have some really cute designs that I want to get off into. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna have to look it up. Warby Parker.
Yeah, it's a WARBY. Yep, and I did Zelo once, I think, and girl, my measurement was way off. I don't know.
Like,
But
did you? One of my clients, I do her hair. She was like, "Oh, your glasses are good." I was like, "I got them for such and such." She was like, "Girl, you're not supposed to go buy glasses from them." And I was
why?
like, "Why not?
Why she
Why
say that?
not?" She said something about their prescriptions be a little bit stronger, but we'll see if my eyes get worse.
Girl, I need mine to be so strong where they doing one of these on me because I
I'm
can't
not.
see. I cannot see, especially at night. out
Yeah,
86, and so I make sure I'm at home before the street lights come on, or I
I
got to ride
understand.
with
That's
somebody who's
what
that
we were supposed
bad.
to be doing anyway,
Yeah,
because that's what they taught us.
yeah,
If we do that in current day,
yeah,
okay, like when I go to events and they late at night events, I'm still leaving
yeah.
before it's over. I've
Hmm.
always been that way. In my earlier 20s, we might chill in the parking lot for a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, let's go.
Girl, for
Let's
the
go.
late nighters, I don't see how they do it. Some people be like, yeah, my event starts at 10, 11 o'clock. No, ma'am, that's when I go to bed. That's when I'm in the house. So,
10 o'clock is 10 o'clock is not for 30 and up crowd.
not at all. Not at all. I have
That's
a
for
lineup that I
that's
watch
for
to get ready for
18 to
bed.
25 crowd.
Right.
I
So,
mean,
can't do it.
it could be 18 to 30.
Yeah.
It just depends on what they do in their life.
Yeah.
If they sleep pattern is good or not. But
Literally.
yeah, I'll be here for it either. I appreciate
Mm-mm.
the invite, but I'll come for an hour, then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. Take a couple pictures or whatnot, and then I'm out of there. So,
Hmm. Yep. But and like you were saying earlier, if the energy is good, then I can stick around for a while. But
yeah.
if I feel too many mixed energies,
Yeah.
then I'm not gonna want to stick around
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, see, I don't like the funny shit. And a lot of people, they be cool with it just to be around certain people. I can't do it. If I come in and I feel like everybody's staring and being weird, I got to cut
Yeah.
out of there
Yeah.
because what I'm not going to do is insert myself in places and spaces where I don't feel comfortable.
Yes.
And
Then
so
that'd be
that's
the
just
thing.
one thing. I'm not going
Yep.
to do that one.
Yep. I definitely
But
agree.
yeah, but for sure, it's a lot of good things coming up with you. Like I said, I'm super proud of you. You out
Thank
here,
you.
and I'm always liking and loving and because you know what I think is really weird. People that watch everything you do, but they don't like
Yeah.
anything. Don't fucking just look like something.
Like
Say something, kind
every
of
yeah, I feel the same way. I delete people off my social media for
all the
nonsense.
time. Yeah,
Because if we are not here to interact with each other, that's what it's called,
yeah,
social media. If
right.
you not gonna be social,
Get
you
out of
can
here.
leave so
Yeah,
that I can replace you with somebody who would
right.
like to be social
Or at
or
least
who would
buy a
like to
ticket to the show.
engage or who would like to book.
Right. Buy a ticket to the show. You can see me. You can watch me all every bit of 4 or 5 hours. But just looking
Yeah.
at my pages just to see what tea is, it's kind of weird. At least like
Yeah,
that's
it
all.
is. But I think I've gotten like I used to be on social media all the time, vlogging,
Yeah.
like posting throughout the day, details of the day. I don't do that as much, just
Okay.
because a lot of people, not everybody, but some people will say, "I see that such and such. Oh, I saw you did such and such." But when I go back to the things, I don't see you sharing. I don't see you liking.
And it's
I
so
see
weird
no
to
interaction.
me. It's
Yeah,
weird.
and I take a mental note of it, and then I just be on my way. Focus
Yeah.
on the people that do interact. Focus on the people who do have things that you can support as
Yeah.
well, because that's what it is. If you support me, I support
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
I support you. Am I expecting some kind of support? A little bit, but it can be a share. I don't give a damn about none of the other stuff. You
Right.
you can share something, tag somebody in some, tag me in something that somebody may need a service that I have,
And ain't
and
nothing
that's
wrong
good
with
with me.
that. Yeah, ain't nothing
That's
wrong
all
with
I
that.
need.
I feel
Yeah,
like you don't
so
have
I
to
do.
personally know somebody just to show love. If you
Yeah.
see that they are out here making strides, it doesn't
Yes.
hurt to share. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because
So,
my network is big.
yeah,
Somebody else's network can be big too.
yeah,
So if we just cross shared something, it can expand both of our network.
yeah,
It don't have to just be a about you thing. It can be a about us thing. And
yep,
going back to what we was talking about earlier, some people don't want to be about us.
yeah.
They just want to be about
You
themselves.
just have to deal with like-minded people. That's really how the game goes. So,
Yeah,
whatever.
very true. For us to be
Yeah,
great.
exactly. Exactly. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tapping in because we both have been looking forward to this particular episode. We
Yeah.
can't be too teach and too comfy because I wanted to say a lot of stuff, but I'm still trying to be marketable, so I have to watch myself at
I
times.
mean, good
However,
luck.
however, it can still go down. Believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like I said, continue to just keep doing you and
Thank
getting
you.
these fashions together because I watch everything you have on and I
Thank
said, you
you.
know what? She gets out here. So whoever say they can't or they scared or I don't know how it's gonna look or oh my God,
Yeah.
bitch, please
Just
buy
do
some
it.
shapewear if you want to.
Just
If
do.
you don't, that's on you. But
And
still
I ain't
dress
got to
up and be
the point
fabulous.
where I don't give a damn about shapewear. You know the scoop in here. It will be all right. Everybody will be fine. But if you do if you want to wear shapewear and you want to, sometimes I think ladies that wear some clothes, they don't wear the proper
Uh-huh.
undergarments. So sometimes that can make you uncomfortable and not
Yeah.
make you appear as confident because you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So if you wearing that shapewear that has sucked you to the gods with that dress, maybe you don't need to wear form fitting dresses. I
Right.
don't wear form fitting dresses because I feel uncomfortable.
Me
I like
too.
flowy shit.
Right.
I want my shit to flow.
Because baby, I'm gonna give them a little bit, but I'm gonna also keep some
Hi
to
sis,
myself that I know. So
we do got a little. Everybody got a little belly.
yeah.
Hell, the men be having belly.
And you think they wear shapewear? Hell
That's
no, they
like
gonna come
that.
down and
They
give
don't
it
give a
to
damn
you.
about that.
They gonna
Okay,
give
they
it
gonna
to
try
you.
to rub and love on it. They gonna think it's a pillow, sis.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
now, now. Still go to the gym. Still take care of your body. It's been in my mind too much. Like I look at like the elders and the
Yeah.
stuff that they did in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s,
Hmm.
and a lot of them don't be here or they don't be in good health no more because of the shit that they did in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s. So
Right.
take care of your body. Even
Please.
if you don't want to work out, you still need to work out something
Yeah.
so that you can live. If you don't move your body, you're gonna lose your body. And that's my mentality right now. When I don't feel like
That's the
going to the
thing on
gym,
it.
if you don't move your body, you're gonna lose your body. If you don't move your body, you're gonna lose your
I like
body.
that. I might have to tell somebody that. Like, did you get
Yeah.
up today? If you don't
Yeah.
move your body, but you gonna lose your body. Do you want to
Yeah.
lose your body? And that ain't no joke though. That's facts
It's
for
not,
real.
especially in this culture.
Yeah,
After the pandemic, everybody got
girl.
something.
Yeah, all that convenient food, all the bad stuff that you're not supposed to have, and then we
And
would
I
eat it in
still be
abundance.
eating the convenient food,
Even
but I just
stress
won't eat all of
eating,
it.
girl. Oh my
I'll just eat
god.
half of it and save the other part for another
Yeah,
day. You gotta portionalize the in
yeah,
moderation, of course.
yeah.
But
Eat
yeah,
what you want, just like you said, in moderation. So,
yeah,
um, yeah, that's all the tea. But
yeah.
honey, I know you got stuff to do. I ain't got nothing to do but wait on quiz at 2 o'clock.
You can do
Um,
something.
yes, I
You
mean
can
I'm
do
in the
something.
middle of doing laundry,
But
but
it's
whatever.
oh yeah, that's something.
Girl, it's
I hate
it's
doing laundry.
it's a lot. It's a lot. But hey, it is what it is. I'm doing it today, so I won't have to do it
Yep.
tomorrow. Because
Get a
typically
complete
tomorrow's the
rest
day.
day. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
But again, thank you so much for popping in.
Thank you for having me. I
Clearing
appreciate
the
it.
set, of course, and we will definitely get together on a much more permanent basis. Because, like I said, what you're doing out here is amazing. Ain't nothing light about it. You moving massively, so I love
Thank
it.
you.
And before we get out of here, is there anything that you wanna highlight or tell the people
Uh,
other than be blessed?
be blessed. No, that pretty much wrapped it up. I appreciate you for having us,
Of
or me.
course, of
I'm
course, of
used to
course, of
having a
course.
team here.
I know. Well, hey, it's all good. They're gonna see us outside together real
Yeah.
soon. And
But yeah,
before
I
we
appreciate the first of all, yo, the name for us is teacups. That's cute.
thank
I appreciate
you.
the outlet to be able to talk about stuff, all creativity stuff. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. And we'll follow up in the future because I know that you have a lot of things going on and ain't no telling what 2025 holds for both of us.
It
I'm sure
ain't
it's
no
gonna be our
telling.
same. So we're gonna have to catch up and let people know we are not where we were on this day. We're actually heavier.
Yes,
So I mean
for
catch
sure.
it for sure. Well, teacups, thank you guys for locking in with us. Always love, always love. And as I tell you at the end of every show, even my audio, they can be found on all platforms. Make sure that you keep enough room in your teacups for new tea. And we gone. So bye.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
See you later. Enjoy your Saturday.
You too, girl.
I'll be back on here at 2.
Okay. Well,
All
check
right.
us out. Bye.
Later.